home, made it out of the dump south, and I don't even know how. About to pull me a Benz out. I took the top off. I'm dripping like hot sauce.
Welcome back, everybody. We got the special Thanksgiving Day, or I guess
day before Thanksgiving
Eve edition. It's a special. We got a live.
Is that
podcast.
a thing? Thanksgiving Eve?
Yep, it is now. We got two special guests today. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Tyler.
Keyshawn Taylor.
Keyshawn Taylor. Make sure you got that
in
last
the building.
name there.
Yep. We got Tyler and Keyshawn Taylor. All right, so we'll start off as always with the Bleacher Report game. Pick the latest breaking story and talk about it. So today, I don't know. There's been a lot of news surrounding Fultz with just like being injured. How do you fire? I guess he didn't fire the trainer, but he just like refused to work with him. Like, what do you do like rehab on your own? Or,
That's
like,
true.
I don't know.
No, I feel like you could go to like outside sources.
I mean,
or
is
like
that allowed in your
people.
contract?
I
though?
mean, Kawhi did last year. He went to like.
I guess, yeah.
I mean,
But
Andrew
was he
Luck
under
did in the NFL
contract?
too. The dude went to like Europe to
Yeah.
like get
I
shoulder
get- yeah, that's
stuff.
Yeah, I don't
The
think
thing with
that.
Fultz that's weird to me is like I feel like it's mostly mental. Like the dude literally just forgot how to shoot.
And
It doesn't make
Oh,
sense.
yeah,
doesn't,
it really is.
Like,
trying,
no, he,
trying
like,
all these different like free
like, I mean,
throws, that is not.
With the thing that he did at the free throw line where
Yeah.
he was like moving the ball back and forth between his hands. I've never seen someone.
And
do
I think
that.
he's kind of using injuries as an excuse.
Yeah, well, and if you look at videos, like I saw a video not too long ago of him 2 weeks before the NBA draft.
Oh yeah.
And
just like
he
his
was
shot.
just
He had a
water.
pure stroke.
Like,
yeah.
Like, and his shot was pretty in college too. Like, it's just weird. He's probably gonna be one of the biggest busts in
Yeah.
the history of the NBA.
But
I
yeah.
think what happens in today's world is that there's so many basketball trainers nowadays that think they know basketball and they'll do all kinds of crazy drills that don't really actually help
Yeah.
you.
Like that
I-
Kyrie drill.
Yeah. There's
So
no
dumb.
way.
JT was like tweeting something about like until
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
busts their ass or something.
Yes.
Like
Breaks our ankle
Yeah.
doing that. Like,
Oh, when was that when he was
he's
standing
standing
on
on
the
two
outside?
bounces. One athletic person's gonna try that. Thinking
Yeah.
they're gonna become diamond nasty.
roll their
Thinking they're gonna
Exactly.
become Kyrie.
So I think that's exactly what happened with his shooting form. I think that he
but
just needs
the
to go
trainer,
back.
the
It's
trainer
all-
was
it's
a
all mental.
Celtics guy.
It's all mental.
Yeah,
It's like
I agree.
Maybe he did like have a serious injury and he didn't like want to miss time and he rushed it and then like it kind of throws off anything. But end of the day, like right now, it's all mental.
Because the
Yeah,
dude was literally
yes.
getting James Harden comparisons out of
Oh, no,
college.
yeah, like, he was-
How do you go from that to looking like Andre Roberson at the free throw line?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it's embarrassing, bro. Like,
But anyway, on that topic, so now it's coming out that he has a wrist injury, and it always seems like once he does worse, he gets another
I didn't
injury.
even see that.
Oh yeah, so he got a wrist injury, and then today he apparently asked for a trade, but then said like he didn't ask for a trade. I don't know. So who knows? He probably said something without thinking really. But how do you think it's gonna pan out for him or the 76ers?
I think that he is not going to ever score more than 8 points per game, which he currently is.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get tired with Jimmy Butler not taking like this bullshit, like not knowing how to shoot, and I don't know. I don't think he's going to get traded, but I don't think he'll ever.
So
be
you think
very
he
good.
finishes the year on the Sixers?
Yeah, I don't think he'll get
Yeah.
traded.
I think he needs to go back to loving basketball
Yeah.
and play with it.
I don't know. You see that with a lot of people now. They just
Yeah.
need a new. I don't know. I saw a tweet that was like it showed a starting five. If they can package him and get Bradley Beal,
Yeah, I mean, then you do that immediately.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think that they're going to want to part ways with their first overall pick from two drafts
first
ago.
overall. Yeah,
Yeah, but
Like-
he still has draft stock now, right? Or like
Yeah,
he still
but
has like.
it's
some-
getting there. It's getting
Yeah,
down.
it's getting to the point where
it's
he's not
not-
going to be worth anything.
But at some point, you don't want to wait too long, and then you have
He's
no
still
value
on-
out of him,
He's
no
still
trade
on
value.
the scale where like on one hand he was the first overall pick of the draft, but on the other hand like
When you watch him play.
he seems uncoachable. He's
Yeah.
playing bad. He's not working with the
The
team
dude
and
got a
trainers.
standing ovation for
For
hitting
making
a
a three,
three.
yeah.
Like this is not Mason Plumlee
Yeah.
who made a three the other day.
Yeah.
This is a point guard. Like
Yeah.
this should not be a surprise when you make a three.
Yeah,
I think that if he gets on a new team that could actually entice him to work harder, he'll be
I'll be alright.
what he
I
came
think
out of college.
I think what would help him is if he went to like a bad team maybe, and then he can kind of take in that like a
That's
role,
what-
like a star role,
Yeah.
not like a star
No, I
role,
got
but
you.
like somewhere he can like regain confidence and like have
Not have Ben
confidence in
Simmons,
himself.
Jimmy
Exactly.
Butler, and Joel
You're not
Embiid.
standing into
The
somebody's
76ers had a
shadow.
lot of pressure this year. They're supposed to be
Oh, yeah.
either the 1 or 2 seed in the East. That's what Nick said, though. He said the best thing for him right now would be to go to a team that's tanking because
Go to the
if he's
Cavs.
really bad,
Yeah.
then
And
you
then-
help the team
Shit.
tank,
Common
and
sense
if he's
is
really
never
good, you
mind.
got and he fills out.
He's
then
not going to have any of the media pressure.
No, exactly.
He'll
Yeah.
have
No,
some
exactly,
because he
that's
was the
it.
number one overall pick, but there's
Yeah.
not going to be highlights all over Twitter if you're
People
on
thought he was the
I don't know,
last
the
piece
Nets or
to
something.
complete the process. People thought like, oh, they've been drafting all these bigs, now they just need a guard.
But-
So
There's no way. Let me see.
all right, and then I think that's about it for that topic. But now, the moment that everyone's all been waiting for, the big debate.
This is what we've been trying to hype up, and Hamza
With-
flaked on us.
Yeah, thank you, Hamza. Anyway, we got the
I know
big
he's
debate
listening.
now. Big debate with Keyshawn and Tyler, pretty much. It's about the Warriors. So basically, it came up because Hamza and Tyler were arguing what in the recent, I guess, scuffle with
Twitter stuff.
KD. Well, no, just the recent scuffle with KD and Draymond and all the words and everything that was said, and then Draymond gets suspended and KD said he's leaving apparently. But like, what would the Warriors be without KD on this team?
To me, I think you still got the 2 greatest shooters in the league, and the
In
2
Probably all time.
Yeah, two of
Yeah.
them.
all time. I think Steph Curry's the reason that they're so good. You
Yeah.
look at the numbers and you see that Steph Curry, when he's not on the floor, they're not winning.
Yeah.
But when he's on the floor, he spaces the floor. Klay Thompson doesn't have to work for shots as much. And I mean, Kevin Durant leaving, like if he went to LA with LeBron, I think that they would win the shit. But if he went to a team that puts him at a lesser degree, if he puts him at a team that's at a lesser degree, then there's no way that he's winning. But as long as Steph Curry's on that team,
But I don't know. Like, we get mad that the Nuggets are what 12-7 right now, but they're
11, I think.
12. If they win tonight, they're 13-6. So they've lost. They started off 9-1 too. So they've lost whatever that is.
They've lost 6 of their
5
last
of the, or
7.
6 of the last whatever. Yeah. So I mean, they're struggling. That's Curry. So I think you're right though with that. I think Curry's their biggest
I mean,
piece.
Curry is the
obviously.
heart of the team.
Yeah, but
In
If-
every
they're almost
aspect.
bullying him though. Like they're
if
almost.
KD leaves, the Warriors are still the 1 seed in my opinion. Like
Yeah,
who is
I
better
don't know.
in the West than
Depends
them?
where he
the
goes. It
trail
depends
the
where he goes.
Trailblazers aren't yeah, that's true. It depends where he goes in the West, but like the Trailblazers aren't better than the Warriors without KD. The Rockets could be, but they're not playing like it this year. Like last year, the Rockets are the number 1 seed
Yeah.
and potentially beating the Warriors in the playoffs without KD.
They might have beaten him last year if they had Chris Paul.
Yeah, that's true.
they would've, for
I got
sure.
like
Probably.
and then if KD goes anywhere not anywhere, if KD goes to LA, I think the Lakers are better than the Warriors.
hands
So
down.
do
Not the
we-
first
do we
year.
wanna-
not the
do we
fir-
wanna
no,
talk
we'll
about that
We'll talk about that
later?
after this.
Okay,
After
there's
this.
no
We'll talk
way.
about. We'll talk about that more.
We'll get to
I
that.
don't know,
yeah.
but we kind of, I mean, because if Hamza were here, we would
I know,
disagree.
he'd
So
have a
Hamza,
nice
or
big-
Keyshawn and I kind of agree on this. So
Yeah.
I don't know if there's not
But,
much to debate.
Hamza said what?
He said
Hamza
that. He
does-
said that if you take KD off that team, they're not a contender.
Yeah.
But it's like
He
he
said
wasn't
be-
on the team
he
and
said-
they won a shit.
Yeah.
Well,
What was
because
that, 3
but
years
they
ago when they
but
lost
his
LeBron?
his argument, which is a
he
good
is-
argument, is they didn't beat a healthy team. When the year the first year they won a ship, they beat the Cavs
Without
Kyrie and
And
Kevin
Kevin
Love.
Love.
Kevin Love only played the first game or
That's true.
game and a half or something like that. So like he's basically saying that they haven't proven themselves, but like you win 70
But that
even if you lost
or that team still made the finals.
His
Like,
point
that
makes sense though.
That's like
because
if you make the finals, you're a contender.
Yeah,
He was-
exactly. Like I'm not saying they're not going to
No,
win
saying that-
easy
yeah,
or anything like that.
exactly.
Like there's
Like
the
now-
Raptors might be better, the Celtics might be better
Yeah.
than the Sixers. Like any of those teams might be better than them. But to say they're not contenders is
That's
ridiculous
like saying
in
if
my
you say
opinion.
a contender's a top 3 seed most likely is what you can call
Yeah.
a contender.
Yeah.
To say they're not a contender
Is ridiculous.
Yikes.
I mean, yeah, there's just no way
Yeah.
that they wouldn't be a top.
he has a
seed.
point
Yeah.
though because the Warriors always beat you with their depth, and when they got Kevin Durant, they lost
That's
all
one
of their
player.
depth.
I mean, it's the second best player in the
But
league.
what seed
It
was
is.
it? They don't
It
need.
is,
They don't
but-
need.
But depth
they don't need
wise,
depth though. And
Yes,
you see guys like
they
Book.
do.
Not
Steph
dude,
Curry,
in
the teams.
Steph
Look at the
Curry's
benches they've
always
had,
had.
though.
That's
the
why.
Look
playoffs-
at the benches they've had. It doesn't
Oh
matter if
my
he's hurt.
God.
in the playoffs, I feel like the benches aren't as important as in the
Yeah,
regular
once you
season.
just get to the
it's,
playoffs-
it's star power. It's,
Stop
it's who's,
it.
it's
When
who's-
LeBron
KD
played the
played the
Warriors,
whole-
when LeBron played the Warriors, those 2 years, he always had Andre Iguodala on him, Draymond Green, Sean Livingston.
But those aren't
In the
bench
Western
players.
Conference
Yes,
Finals
they
before
are.
the year
No,
before
they start.
the year before KD left, he played the whole. I can't remember what game it was against the Warriors. He played the whole game.
Yeah.
Did not come out. What happened?
So
they didn't win. They didn't win that series.
It's more about star power in the playoffs.
in the playoffs. So once if you can get into that Cavs team had depth.
No,
What happened?
Which Cavs team?
The one that lost the first finals. They were pretty. They were a pretty deep team.
You're talking about with Kyrie hurt?
Yeah.
There's
Not
no...
at the point guard position, but like I'm saying, like Kevin Love going out wasn't. That's why I think that team could have won because they were a deep team.
But it's
But they
also
didn't go
not
in
the
with- they didn't
same
go in with their
Steph Curry.
stars.
That's like Steph Curry finding himself. There's no way that team...
I mean, he was their best player on that team still.
and he still didn't win the Finals MVP because they have depth. Because depth
Well, he
matters.
Okay, that's because Andre Iguodala he didn't shut down LeBron. But
Not at
he-
all. LeBron, I hate this.
Exactly.
I hate this Andre Iguodala narrative where people are like, "Oh, well, like that's who you want guarding LeBron."
Steph
No,
Curry was the
LeBron-
best player in that final. Iguodala won MVP
on the
because
Warriors, okay.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
LeBron was the best. I'm saying like
LeBron
I'm saying
probably
in
should've won
terms of the
MVP,
Warriors.
the Finals MVP.
Oh, he
Yeah.
could have given him five. If that went to a game 7 and they lost, I'm still giving LeBron
Jerry
Finals
West.
MVP.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Jerry
yeah.
West for sure.
No, but Iguodala won MVP because he played better than Iguodala's standards.
Yeah.
Steph still played
Play better.
Steph still had a good series, but
That's
hey,
like,
we don't need to talk about series from 3-4 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the next topic?
Well, we can lead that into the what you're talking about. KD going to
KD
the
going to the
Lakers.
Lakers.
Right?
Okay, yeah. So I guess Nate, you tell your perspective on if
I
KD
think-
goes to the Lakers.
So I think it would be very similar to the first year that LeBron was on the Heat. Like that team, from a basketball standpoint, they were still a very good team. They struggled in the beginning, and then
On
they
paper.
turned out they still lost the finals, and they came up
to the
just
Mavs,
the Mavs.
too,
That
right?
was a good Mavs team though.
that was JJ Barea was like
Yeah,
their second best player.
Jason, I mean, they still had Jason Kidd and
I know.
who
I mean,
looks like-
obviously Dirk, but like
You're right. That is one of the
if you-
worst
if you-
finals teams. But
and
it's a good team, but
if
in
you
terms
look,
of
like
finals
you should
teams,
like the Warrior or the
But that's what I'm
excuse me, the
saying.
Heat should not have
Lately.
lost that team.
That's what I'm
Or
saying
that
from a
finals.
chemistry standpoint. Like I don't know if KD would be able to just slide in there with LeBron. They play. I mean, LeBron can play anywhere, but like on paper they play the same position, and they play the same style of basketball.
But-
that I think it would be a weird fit. I think
I don't think okay.
they
but,
don't like each other. They're
Stop
not best
it!
friends.
What?
I don't
No, they don't like each
my
other.
God.
I don't.
Yes,
here's the
they
thing.
do.
No,
I
they
don't.
don't.
I don't
Oh.
think KD will go to the Lakers, and I don't
I don't think he will
necessarily
either.
want him to. But like, let's just hypothetically say he will. They're gonna be amazing. Like
No,
the
they
first
They'd be
year
good.
that-
They'd be good.
the
But I don't
KD
think they wouldn't reach their ceiling.
Maybe not in year one, but I still think
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
better. I still think they're better than the Warriors.
But would that be because
Dude,
the Warriors would go?
the two best players
After
in-
this year, who the Warriors can't re-sign Clay or
Yeah, they can. Why not?
Okay, Clay. I
He's
was
gonna
gonna say
take a-
Clay
he'd take a
or
pay cut.
or KD
I think he-
or not KD, not KD.
Dre.
Draymond.
There's-
That's that. Well, I've been saying that for a while, but I guess that's with KD staying.
Let's put it
and
this
that-
way. The
and if he doesn't
Lakers,
say, then they can keep their core.
Yes.
with
the
some
Lakers are
player.
either going to sign Kevin Durant or Anthony Davis in the next few years. And there's no doubt that if you put
We
Kevin
said
Durant...
that last year. We said they were going to bring in Kawhi or
It doesn't look like
Paul
Kawhi.
George.
It doesn't look like Kawhi
Did you
wants to
not
play
say?
for them
Did
either.
and not
tell-
everyone's not saying?
But you're telling me if Kevin Durant and LeBron James aren't on the same team, they won't win? They won't be
I'm not.
happy
I
together?
didn't say they
Will
might
they
not
be
be
happy?
happy together.
Winning
Was Kyrie
heals
happy with
everything.
LeBron? Really?
Yeah.
He was
I'm not
mad.
saying, I've never said
Of
it wouldn't
course
work out
he's-
in a
okay.
basketball standpoint. I don't know.
Was
The
he
first
happy
year, I don't
after
think
they
win
won
the
the
finals.
ship? Was he happy after they won the ship?
He's not on the
Yes.
Cavs
Stop
anymore.
it. Stop it. He
No,
was
he-
happy after they won the ship.
Right, who's
and then,
not? Come
and
on,
then the Golden State Warriors signed the second best player in the world. And they lose in 4 or lose in 5 games. Of course he's going to be upset.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you leave. Like,
Stop! If he's in Cleveland still...
You're not going to tell me he left because they lost.
that's
He
not
left
Come on,
because
he
he
stays
will
on the team,
never
they're still
be
the best team
bigger
in the
than
East.
LeBron James.
No one will.
Exactly.
That's
but
why
Kevin
I think
Durant,
KD wants to be. He
No,
won't. He
Kevin
wants
Durant
to be the
just
best.
wants
He
to
won't.
hoop.
I don't think
Kevin
that,
Durant
I don't
just
think
wants
that
to
K-
hoop.
I don't think
There's-
that KD wants to be the best player on his team. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gone to the Warriors because
I
there's
don't think- I
arguments
don't
about
think-
if he's the best player on his team. It's a toss up to me. Like, okay, so KD is a better scorer. He's.
Do you think he'll chase
almost-
money?
I think it's a different time though, because like
The Lakers can
at the
pay
time
one
when he
person.
went to the Warriors, like he wanted a ring, like that's why he went. But now like he
That's,
has his
like,
ring.
I would not be surprised if he goes somewhere like
Like,
if he went
I
to like
think-
the Pelicans or something.
I
and
think that
linked up
he's.
with AD
I
or
think he's
something.
gonna go whoever can give him the most money because he's taking a
See,
pay
I don't
cut
know
already.
about
with the
that.
and
And
Warriors.
he'll
then he
still
would
be a
go to
stud.
like the Kings or something.
Okay,
but,
maybe not that, but he's not gonna. He's
But,
gonna
like,
sign for like the max.
But
that
the
he
Lakers can. The Lakers can give one player a
I
max
know.
still, which is kind of scary.
They'll be fine. Like they will figure.
I
it
don't
out.
like AD with the Lakers really either.
Oh my gosh.
Why. Dude, I think
LeBron
that,
James is going to.
Not,
If
not,
the
not
Warriors-
because not
if
because
the-
he wouldn't be good there, but because like you look at a guy like JaVale, who they're paying a vet minimum, and he's doing it just like
Phenomenal, like,
He's
really
playing
good,
very,
though.
very
Oh,
well.
No,
he's
he's playing
having the
really
best
good.
year of his career.
Yeah, and what
Which is
year
weird.
is
He's
this for
like
him?
he's like 34.
12?
He's like
Yeah.
34. Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
So that's why I don't think they're going to sign AD because they can with centers. It's always easy to like find a guy that you can pay that vet minimum and just kind of
And
like
what
fill in,
LeBron,
rebound, and hustle.
LeBron would need needs like a shooter.
Yeah.
A KD or a Kawhi would be.
I think Anthony
Oh,
Davis.
yeah,
Anthony
exactly.
Davis is the most dominant player in the game right now.
Yeah, he's like a Shaq.
And that's another reason why like I think it would hurt Anthony Davis's game to go to the Lakers. But then again, if you want to win,
But the
he
thing-
needs to win, and he's
The thing
complained
is though,
about
like
that.
everyone said these same. Like there were a lot of people that like there's only one basketball when KD went to the Warriors and they made it work.
From a player standpoint,
They made
it will
it
never
work.
work in terms of stats. Like obviously, there's
Someone has to take a hit,
it'll
but, like,
always
that
go
doesn't
down.
mean you're
But
not
the
gonna be
team-
good.
Yeah, the
What?
team will still just like
That's
points
true.
per game and stuff like.
Between if
If you go to like it's like KD going to the Warriors, I'll admit I said the same thing. Like I said, I knew
There's only one basketball.
You knew they're
Did
they're
you
going to
think
be the
that
best
the
team, but
Did you think the Rockets would be good with Chris Paul and James Harden together?
Yeah, I thought that they would. I thought
Chris Paul's a
I
good fit.
knew this is exactly what
But-
was going to happen. I
Really?
called this before the season. What? Like no, I thought that.
before this season.
No, before
Oh,
last
before,
season.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
when Chris Paul went, I'm like, yes, that makes the Rockets significantly better, but they're not beating the
Well,
Warriors.
because James Harden's a natural shooting guard. I think it's like Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray's a natural shooting guard, but we make him play point guard, and he's not the best handling the ball. Like he's a better, just like
well, no,
pure
he's a
shooter.
he's a good ball handler. What do you?
He's a good
like,
ball handler, but
in terms of like distributing
but like
and stuff like that.
No, well that he averages like 4 assists a
and
game,
he's
which
not a
is
great. He's not a great passer.
but passer, and he turns the ball over probably
All
more
the
a lot
time.
more than he should. He's not a true point guard. Like he's a shooting guard.
But I don't necessarily like that argument because then Steph's not a point guard. But like Steph is a point guard. You can't.
No, he is.
You can't not
But
classify
James
him
Harden's
that way.
point or James Harden's just level of play. He was a really good scorer before Chris Paul, but just like his overall level of play with Chris Paul, it just like Clint Capella is a very underrated center too.
I
They
can't.
make
I
the-
can't
Chris
think of
Paul
a
makes the
better
whole team
center
better.
for that team than
Yeah,
Clint
exactly.
Capella. He does. He's
a
prob-
younger
he-
JaVale.
I think
The
he's
little
very. I
things.
think he's very like. He needs other players to make him good, but I think he plays his role probably better than at the highest level of like any player in the
Yeah.
league. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah,
like
yeah.
he's a $110 million player who catches oops.
Exactly.
Basic, but better than anyone else.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like
And
the
Blake
way the
Griffin
game's
is dumping
evolving,
all
kind of
on
like
him.
a dumbed
Nah,
down
but
Blake
did
Griffin.
you
see
Griffin's-
what Blake
Griffin's
Griffin just
kinda
did to him
transitioned
tonight?
to
But like Blake
Blake
Griffin,
Griffin
from
just
5
dunked
years
on
ago.
him. Yeah.
5 years ago, Blake Griffin.
But like I'm
might
saying,
be that.
guys like DeAndre Jordan, Clint Capella,
Blake Griffin still got
and just like JaVale McGee, they all play the same way almost, just kind of like hard nosed, just kind of banging down there, getting rebound. Like that's why I think
Big
I don't think
man.
they want to bring or need to bring in AD because I think they can always find. I mean,
They can make it
Clint
work.
Clint
They can-
Capella and
I don't think Kawhi will go though.
no,
I
I think he's
think-
gonna
I
stay.
think- I do too.
If they get the 1 seed, why wouldn't you? I think he was just like at first he was kind of like, who wants to go to Toronto? When you like, well, just when you've heard of it, I'm sure it's a beautiful
Drake,
city and
sure.
stuff.
That's
and
the
then
only
once you get
pull factor.
there and you play, the fans are great. They sell out like almost all their games.
You're
And
playing
they-
with
and they're-
Kyle Lowry,
they're-
who's averaging 11 assists a
they're
game
really
right now.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
And then yeah, you get there and playing and you're fine with it.
But I think that there's just no way that when you have LeBron James on a team, you'd want to play with the best player in the world. I think that like
But
that.
then I don't know,
that
some
narrative,
people don't
But
want
that
to.
Kyrie
narrative-
didn't, bro.
Kyrie
Like,
didn't.
Kyrie is selfish. I think that
I agree, but
I don't like what he did either, but I'm just saying not everyone wants to play with
Some
LeBron.
people have that.
Paul
a lot
George,
of people have
Paul
that
George
mentality.
literally could have played with LeBron.
It's a selfish
he
mentality,
signed to
but-
OKC after LeBron signed to LA, right? Is that true or no?
No, before. He was like one of the first players.
No,
He
no,
Okay,
signed
you're
that
right, but
contract,
like
minutes.
everyone
signed-
kind of knew LeBron was going to sign
Yeah,
with LA,
yeah,
and
yeah.
No,
he just,
he signed with LA, and then Paul George signed with OKC.
No,
But
I think-
no. Paul George was the first
Paul-
player
yeah,
in
I
free
think
agency.
so.
to
Paul
sign.
George,
Yeah.
well, the
He signed, like,
reason
so I'm
was,
just saying everyone doesn't want to play with LeBron. That some people want to have more. I don't know.
He said no, but Paul George said he was kind of hurt because he had interest in LA, but they didn't really.
they didn't reach out to him.
Exactly.
You're right,
Okay,
you're
let me
right,
put
you're
it
right.
this
He said
way.
that in an interview.
he could be a legend in Oklahoma City. He's not going to be the man in Oklahoma City.
it's just like Russ, people
because
don't like
Russell
playing with- yeah.
Westbrook is the man in Oklahoma City.
Is
People
it
don't like
is
playing
it
with
selfish to not want to play with Russ?
No, because I would.
I don't actually. I
would
don't like that
love
argument
to
because
play
that's
with
different
Russell
than LeBron. Yeah.
$52 million is what he would
That
have
is
left on the
different than
table.
LeBron.
But,
52
yeah, but
million.
he's not a winner.
Who?
Russ.
Stop it.
He's not.
What has he won? Hasn't even won the
MVP?
Western Conference Final.
But
Yes, he
I'm
has.
saying-
Yes, he has. He.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Him
You're
and
right.
K-
You're
him and
right.
KD.
All right, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
but I'm telling you,
But that team was.
the only reason that
But you're right. Yeah.
they were just shook because Kevin Durant's a Warrior, but that's gonna change next year.
I don't care what my teammates winning. I'm trying to win. Like, I mean, great for them. Like if they're winning everything, but I'm trying to as a team trying to win a championship, and that's what matters most. You don't go to OKC so Russ can win an MVP. Who cares?
Yeah.
But
So would you have stayed in OKC or went to LA?
As,
they didn't. Did they? He didn't have that option. But
He didn't have the LA
No,
option.
I'm talking about Paul. If you're in Paul
But if he
George's
did have the
standpoint.
option,
If you're Paul George, would you have went to LA?
Yeah.
Because let me put it
the
this way.
OKC's better than
LA is right now.
with
Ah.
Paul George. With Paul George, I think they have a better team than if they were healthy. If they had why am I blanking? If
you
he
think
was-
Paul George with the
What's his
OKC is a,
name?
a better team than
the
Paul
star for
George
OKC
with?
that's hurt?
Andre
Andre
Roberson.
Roberson, yeah. If they had Andre Roberson, that's a better team
I think
than the
that-
Lakers. I think right now.
Then the Lakers with Paul.
I think for his
Russ,
image,
Paul George, and Steven Adams.
even if it's in LA, you don't have a history of players in OKC.
Yeah.
You don't have a history of players in OKC, but you have a history of players in LA.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, but OKC can't because they haven't. But
They're brand new.
exactly.
But
But
that's
he's
why you
making.
can make that
Yeah,
image.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
All right. Last or no, I guess we have two more. Just real quick on the. We're gonna talk about the Wizards a little bit. I think this is long overdue, but a bunch of reports coming out like John Wall's cussing out Scott Brooks. The team's just like. I don't really know if it's a team problem or honestly, part of me thinks it's a John Wall problem. Like everyone quotes have been coming out. We love Scott Brooks. He's a great coach. He just can't coach John Wall. So they're saying they're gonna split up the whole team, but I think they should try to trade John Wall first. But then again, he's got to be 31 now.
I don't know.
31. He lost when he came into the league. His biggest asset was his speed, and he's gotten quite a bit bigger. He's shooting 32% from three. I think he's not.
That's better
he's
than
not-
when he first came in.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that's not when you're a fast person and you can't shoot. You can still use speed to beat people, but then anyway, that's
No,
kind of
you're
on topic.
right.
But so I think they should trade John Wall first, then try it out a little bit, and then if it's still bad, then kind of break it up and kind of rebuild from there. But it's kind of sad to see
Oh,
that.
and they have Dwight Howard too.
Dwight Howard,
I
yeah.
forgot. I don't think he's playing well.
No, he's not. But I saw Bleacher Report tweeted an image of Dwight Howard, and he was like death, and it was just blood on all the team's doors that he's played with. It was Lakers, Hornets, Rockets,
Horrible.
just how he killed all these teams. Look at the Rockets.
Well, the Wizards weren't that great last year either.
I mean, they were a lot better than they are now.
That's true. So John Wall's 28.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he's still. He
He's
should
not-
be in his prime.
Yes.
Damn, he's
But
only 28.
all right, that makes it even better though. That he's only 28 and he's gained weight and lost speed. I mean, he's still great. He's still averaging 22, right?
He's averaging 22,
Yeah.
which is better than last year when he averaged 16 or
Yeah.
something crazy like that. I don't know. They're and he's shooting 34% from the three. That's kind of what you'd expect or want
From John Wall.
from John Wall. Let's look what Bradley's doing.
I'm not excited about the Wizards at all. But I think that people aren't. The East isn't as sold as it has been.
I don't know though.
years.
You gotta admit the East is better this year than a lot of people thought it would be.
It's top heavy though. I
No,
think
it is.
They're the top
That's
three
true.
teams would be
But
would be amazing in the West. But
Did you
the
not
Pacers?
say? Yeah.
The Pacers.
No, I don't know. Did you not say?
Victor Oladipo.
Did you not say at the beginning of the year? I'm not saying you, but in general, whoever wins the West is winning the finals. I think a lot of people have that mindset. But those top three teams in the East,
I mean, nobody's
especially the Raptors,
still,
have really impressed me this
You're
year.
right. Me too. The
They've looked
Raptors have
really
looked
good.
awesome, but
Whoa, top
still
three.
they're not.
Name the top three
In the East, the
Your top three.
Raptors,
Is that with
the
Boston?
Celtics, and I'd count
Yeah, but
Boston in the
Boston's
top three.
in 7 and 9.
Who's your top three?
Boston's gonna be finishing the top.
I'm just talking about.
Who name
But
your
see,
top
I
three
don't.
teams? in
When
the
I
East?
say the
'Cause
East, I don't know. When I say
see
the East is
Giannis
better,
Antetokounmpo.
I'm saying Bucks and Raptors.
I forgot about the Bucks.
That's
I
it,
see
really,
Giannis
this year.
looking
Yeah, that's it.
No,
For-
dude, don't
the
disrespect
Sixers
the Sixers
just got
Joel
Jimmy
is
Butler.
averaging
They can't win on the
28.
road. What is their road record? That scares me.
I don't know.
It's 2-8 or something.
But Jimmy Butler's on the team now. It's
You're
all
right. You're right.
over.
You're right.
That is
you're right.
complete.
Now,
that
so
dude
you
can change your team.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, maybe not because he came to the Wolves and they were didn't do much with them. I mean, I guess he got them to their first playoff berth in a decade
Years
or whatever.
since Kevin
but-
Garnett. Yeah, it's been a while. But I just don't see. I like the Sixers, but I think you got to remember that Kyrie Irving hit the biggest shot that we've seen in.
They're 3-5 on the road, by the way.
What's their overall?
13-7.
They're gonna be fine.
No, I know, yeah.
But if
So, I mean-
you have Kyrie Irving that's hit the biggest shot we've seen in a decade or so.
I think the Celtics will turn around.
No,
But I
Ray
think,
Allen
what about
shot
that
was
Ray
bigger.
Allen? I was about to say.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Ray Allen shot
Game
was much
7
bigger.
winner. That was for
I mean,
the
it wasn't a
That was
winner.
their game 7.
I
It
get-
was
I
technically
get
the
that.
winning.
I
But-
mean, but it wasn't. It was
wasn't
Ray
a
Allen's
buzzer
was
beat.
literally almost like I think there was like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Or 4
But the
seconds
Spurs didn't win 73 games.
left. No, you're not wrong about that.
The Spurs
sure.
had the series won.
All right,
But
let's get
either
let's
way,
get back
my
to-
point
let's get back to what you're
is-
talking about.
Yeah, we
Is
gotta
that
kinda-
you have Kyrie
a
Irving,
little bit.
Jason Tatum is not a bum.
Yeah,
Jalen
No, they'll
Brown-
turn it around.
They'll
I
be
think
fine. They're
bounce
gonna be
back.
fine.
So who's your pick in the East?
Who's coming out of the East?
Yep.
The Raptors.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't the Raptors.
I think it'll be. I don't know the. I
Then
don't know.
you're
the-
pointing at me. Then again,
You're
though, the
pointing-
Raptors. What'd they do last year? We could have said the same thing last year. They were so
But they
good
didn't.
all,
Kawhi
and then,
Leonard
and then
is a-
Yeah, but it's
and
different
then
when
in
you
the
don't have to
postseason-
play
you're-
LeBron.
It is, but
They
still,
still made it to the conference finals,
It's
and
still-
then they did get swept. But
the year before though they did the same thing. They were a very good team, and then they should have made
But
it to the
let's-
conference
let's
finals.
not pretend
Lost
like
to the Celtics.
Kawhi Leonard is not significantly better than DeMar DeRozan.
Oh,
So-
that was a steal of a trade. That was just a.
If he stays, if he doesn't
stays,
stay,
sure,
then I
sure.
don't think they won the trade. But
Kawhi is a better defender, better shooter.
he literally is DeRozan, who
Just
is better
all
at
upgrade.
everything
His
and
informed
can shoot
DeRozan.
the three. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean, DeRozan can't shoot
Exactly.
the three, but and
Nothing on DeRozan's still a good defender, but
Oh yeah, DeRozan's a fine defender.
Kyrie might be
He's
the
a top
best.
15,
Kyrie
top
might,
20
yeah,
player, but
Kyrie might
Kawhi's a
be
top
the-
5 player.
Yeah, Kyrie might be the best in the league. Plus
Kyrie
he-
or Kawhi?
Kawhi
Okay,
might
sorry.
be the best defender in the league.
Yep.
Plus he can shoot threes and just score off any
There,
situation.
and I don't know, dude. I've been so impressed with Chris Middleton this year.
Oh yeah.
He is
Someone needs to step
insanely
up.
good.
Imagine if you give the Bucks a player. Like I mean, Chris Middleton's averaging I think like
22,
But I'm saying like he's
23.
not like a household name. Like imagine Jimmy, because I guess they're both like forwards, but like I said that before they got Bledsoe. And Bledsoe has not played.
Bledsoe's not very good.
He
Like,
hasn't played to
no.
what he was.
What he was on the Suns. Yeah. But that's why I would say is the Raptors are coming out of the East for sure.
Anyway,
I
on to
like
the
the
next
Sixers.
topic. Last basketball topic of the night. We got ranking our positions, and I guess what we'll do is kind of go through, debate a little bit for each
Try to
position.
keep it short so
yeah,
we
for
don't go too
each
crazy.
position, we'll rank our top 3 players. So, Keyshawn will start us off with the point guards and who he thinks his top 3 point guards are.
As far as who I want to win, I
So
got-
wait,
no,
are we
just
talking?
Your top
Are we
3
talking
point guards.
about like how they're playing this year?
No, just like
Period, who we think our best
Yeah,
point
like
guards
who
are,
are
okay.
your the best 3 in the league? Not this year, not the best. Who are
Overall.
the best 3 overall in your position or
Okay.
for each position?
All right, KT.
I
There you go.
got Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, and I like
That third
I
one's
like
tough.
Kyrie,
I like Kyrie.
Damian
I like
Lillard. I like
Damon, they
I
might
like
be
him.
3.
Yeah,
Kyrie
see,
and
I
Damon
think that the
close.
3. I agree.
We don't need to
Steph-
argue the first 2.
Or no,
Russ,
Steph Curry, and
Steph are 1 and 2.
and then I would go.
The
I
way
would
Chris
go
Paul's playing
Kyrie.
this year and his age, I can't say. I can't
put him in.
say
I
Chris
can't put
Paul.
him at 4, or 3. But I would go. Kyrie is my 3rd for the top 3 point guards. I think Kyrie's better
I'd
than,
say the
I
same
think
thing too.
Kyrie's
Kyrie,
better
but
than
Dame is
Damian.
really close.
But and
I feel bad
he's
for him
also
'cause
on a
he's been
winning team
under-
though. He's
yeah.
on the number 1 team in the West
Yeah.
right now. But I still think Kyrie's a better point guard. So I guess not a lot of debate there.
He's so underrated for that too. Like CJ McCollum's a great player, but he is that team. Like he has
Yes.
carried that team for
so long. But they've just been so like they got
mediocre.
swept by
But when
the
did they
Pelicans
ever? When did they
last
ever
year.
gotten a player like Nurkic? Like they needed one more piece.
Yeah.
And I think they just haven't gotten that. They've
But
had
you shouldn't.
two-
That team should not get swept by the
No,
Pelicans
they
in the
shouldn't, they
playoffs.
shouldn't.
I don't
I-
care what anybody
I
says.
actually got to throw Kemba Walker in my top.
Okay,
3
no,
right
he-
now.
Well, how he's playing this year,
Yeah,
like
but yeah.
there's
Yeah.
he
I wouldn't
could
put
be
him
top
in.
5.
He's better than
though.
Kyrie.
He's not
better
better
than
than-
Kyrie.
Right now.
No, he's not.
now,
He's
if
not.
you
better
have
than-
to you have to make
mean,
that.
But is he though?
He's a star.
Kyrie
right
has
now.
to share the ball.
You have to
with,
define
with
that argument.
Gordon Hayward.
Who's the next
Tatum.
best player on the Hornets?
Exactly. Kemba put up what?
I can't
40, what? 40.
He
shots?
scored 100 points in 2 games.
Yeah.
Or 104
You
points.
solidated the Kyrie.
And
Irving, right?
I'm not saying like I'm not gonna be that guy like he put up 43 shots, but he has the ability, and no one's gonna get mad at him because he has no one to give the ball to.
I think that he's. I
don't even know if I can.
I think
name
Kemba Walker.
2 other players on the Hornets.
I think that Kemba Walker is slightly outside the top 5 for point guards.
No, I might put him at 5.
I think I'd put Chris Paul above him. I think.
Yeah.
He killed
But-
Kyrie. He killed Kyrie.
But all right, let's
And
do
then-
anyway,
let's
yeah,
do
let's move on
shooting
to
guards.
shooting
I'll
guards.
go. So
Yeah.
I would go James Harden, Klay Thompson, and Jimmy Butler are my top 3 shooting guards.
Wait, all right. So you said,
James Harden,
James
Klay
Harden.
Thompson, Jimmy Butler.
yeah, James Harden for sure.
Yeah, that's not debatable. It's not even a question.
Okay, but this is where you have
See,
to
I think
find that
Klay
argument.
Thompson's so weird for me.
So you're
'cause,
talking
I
about
think-
right now.
No,
Well,
just
it's just previous
years.
Like everything, right? But I think.
Then you have to put Dwayne Wade there. Do you not?
No.
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 You can't say.
Hell
All right, we're not talking about legacy. Like we're not
Okay,
talking
well
about.
then you.
hell.
So you're saying
It's
in
like a
recent
mix of right
years.
now and say
We're
let's
talking
say
about
let's
relevant
say,
players.
Let's say the last like
Stop
4
it.
years,
What?
like the last
Okay,
3
then
years or
that,
something.
there
Just
you
like
go. But you were
Come
making
on.
it seem like you have to
Okay.
talk like
Who's your
everybody,
top three?
anybody in
Go
the
ahead.
league.
put
No,
Vince
dude.
Carter in there first.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Okay. Definitely James Harden. See, CJ McCollum's a monster.
He's not
I say
top
no, he's
three.
not.
He's not better than Jimmy.
James Harden, Jamie Butler, and
I think-
Clay,
I mean, the
Clay, but
Two
but
and two.
Clay-
Like you could. The only other person I think you could make an argument for putting in there is DeMar.
maybe, but he just can't. You're a shooting guard and he can't shoot.
No, he can't shoot the three. He can shoot.
Yeah,
he's
yeah, you're right.
He's probably one of the better mid-range shooters in
Yeah.
the league.
But like, Klay Thompson could be the best shooting guard in the league if he was on a different team.
For sure.
You think?
He'd
If
be
he
like
could-
he'd
if he
be
could
like
be
Devin
that
But the
guy,
thing
Booker.
is,
if he
no.
was
But the
that
thing,
guy every
I
night,
don't.
If he got more shots.
I don't know because he
I'm not-
can't
I'm not
dribble.
saying
though.
he's not-
He can't.
yeah.
Like what?
No, he needs another piece. But I'm saying like if he could get those shots up every night, like
Like
you've seen him
the
dropping
dude
60
scored
and stuff.
60 points in 3 quarters or whatever it was,
Yeah.
and took 12 dribbles. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think you do that on another team.
Yeah.
All right, I got James Harden, Klay Thompson, just because Klay can give you 70 any given night, and then I got you can't. I like
3 spots hard.
Jimmy Butler, DeMar DeRozan, and
Jimmy
CJ
Butler's a
McCollum.
level above DeMar.
You
Yeah,
think?
I
Yeah,
think he is.
just
He's
because he
better
can.
than
He's
What
not
about
a
CJ
great
McCollum?
three-point shooter.
No, he's
That's
a-
what. That's
he's a-
what. I like CJ.
I
McCollum
like
more than
CJ
DeMar.
too. He's smooth.
Yeah,
He's
CJ's
underrated.
probably better.
And
than
then
I don't
DeMar.
know why they're so under. The Trailblazers are a legit team. They got the 3 seed right last year. They were 3 seed,
Yeah.
and I mean,
I think
Devin
that Chris.
Booker's on his
I
way.
think Chris Middleton is
I think
honestly
he's
like this
overrated.
year. Chris Middleton might be up there with DeMar in terms of skill.
No, yeah.
He's a poor man. Like this is not an insult, but he's a poor man's KD.
Yeah.
Like they have
He will get
really,
paid. He's
really
not gonna- I don't
similar,
think he's gonna be able to
similar
stay on the boat.
contracts.
He will get paid.
Or not contract.
Devin
similar
Booker's on
skill
his way.
sets.
Devin Booker is on his way.
All right, let's go
You want
small forwards. I am
yeah,
gonna.
go.
Yeah, go. You can start.
Okay.
Go ahead and start.
See, like I would rather put 4 and 5 over 1 and 2 for shooting guards, even though we're going by position. But
Yeah.
obviously LeBron and KD. Oh my God, LeBron, KD, and Giannis.
Yeah.
But like keeping Kawhi out, like how
You can't keep. It's super hard to keep Kawhi out of the top
Giannis
3.
and Kawhi are tied, and Paul George is right up there too. But
No.
Can we talk
no,
about Carmelo though?
he's up there. I mean,
No.
yeah, you're right. 3. I guess
No, all right. You can't do it. You can't do a tie. LeBron,
I know, but
KD,
I did.
Giannis.
Yeah,
And then
but Kawhi
right
is
below
like,
Kawhi, like I don't know. This is the hardest position.
I think those are
to
the-
do a
that's what I'm
top
saying.
3. This
you
is
could
point
put
guards.
Kawhi at shooting guard almost, and
you could argue
put him over
those 4
whoever
players. You could argue those 4 players as
are the
top
best 4
5
in
in
the
the league.
Kawhi is
Yeah.
Literally,
Oh, yeah.
like
Oh,
that
yeah.
could except you have to throw Steph Curry in your top 5. But other than that,
Yeah.
you could put LeBron, KD, Kawhi, and Giannis in your top 5.
Yeah.
If
You could
like,
put them on the
that
court.
wouldn't
Yeah,
be crazy.
yeah.
That wouldn't
No.
be crazy at all.
Paul
I'd throw in
George is
AD
nice.
and I'd throw in Steph, but
Yeah.
that's the
No,
only
you're
thing
right,
I would
right.
change.
Paul George.
So
is nice.
this is what, I'll go LeBron, Kevin, or KD and Giannis.
Who are yours, Keyshawn?
LeBron, KD. I like LeBron, then Kawhi Leonard,
And then
then
KD.
Kevin.
Oh, well,
Nah,
actually, no. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna put Kawhi in there only because
Over Giannis.
over Giannis. Only because if we're talking about like the last, because Giannis has taken another step
this
year.
season, but yeah.
And so, if
but
we're
also,
talking about like
Kawhi did
cumulative-
one of the most
but
like
last
bitch
year-
moves
yeah,
I've ever
you're right,
seen
you're
someone do. But
but a lot of people were saying, oh, he's not gonna come back the same. But
and
he's,
he's,
coming back just as
insane
good, if
this
not
year.
better,
Oh yeah, he's playing it.
Power
ridiculous.
forwards.
So
this one's tough.
let's-
too, 'cause,
well,
like, it is
Anthony's a
AD
5.
Way up.
Anthony's
Alright, if
a
we're
5
putting-
this year.
Okay, yeah.
I really don't know
All right,
anything
so-
about basketball.
Then power forwards. I mean,
Dude,
those
this
dudes
is
suck.
yeah. This is not. I don't even want to rank these guys.
Yeah, we're not even gonna rank.
Yeah, this is stupid. If 80s count as a 5,
None
then-
of those players would fit in the top. We could probably do a top 15, and not other than if we're putting 80 at 5, not a single person
player
gets-
would be in the top 15.
But,
You're absolutely right.
Um,
All right, let's just skip that. Let's go to centers. So
Um,
here's my centers. It's AD, Joel Embiid. We're not counting DeMarcus Cousins
we're not
because of
gonna-
his
I was gonna
because
ask
of his
you. Yeah,
injury.
yeah,
We're gonna go AD. We're gonna go Joel Embiid and then Jokic. I think that's pretty.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, Embiid, Jokic, and
80.
or 80. Yeah,
You have to put 80 number 1. It's
yeah,
not
because
close.
Why are they
Karl
having
Anthony
this power
Towns is a
forward?
fraud to me, but so is Jokic in a way. Like
Why?
if you
What do you mean?
like, I love Jokic. I love watching him play, but like I don't know, from a statistics standpoint, not the best. But like just
dude,
watching
he
him play,
leads. The thing is, he leads the Nuggets in points, rebounds, and assists.
Yeah,
like that's
no,
impressive.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't.
He's in my top 3, but like it's frustrating him because he can be so much better too.
I know. I don't know what it
Everyone
is.
on
I
the
don't-
Nuggets, like I don't know why we're so timid. Like we need to just go out and play, but we're not gonna
Go on a Nuggets tangent.
Yeah. But anyway,
I got Anthony Davis, not close.
yeah.
I think it's Anthony Davis.
I think-
and then a lot of space, and then like your Joel Embiid's.
I mean, Cat Jokic and
Joel.
Embiid.
I got Joel Embiid, and then I have.
Nah, Joel Embiid's averaging 28 this year. He's better
Do
than
we
Jokic.
say?
No, I know. I'm just saying like in that tier.
Yeah.
I think LaMarcus Aldridge is
He's a
underrated.
four.
He's a
But
4 though. Yeah.
But
Wait, what
I
are you looking at?
then I could definitely
Who's
go with
LaMarcus
Nikola
Aldridge?
Jokic.
He's.
Oh, he's in a 4.
I've seen Rudy Gobert ranked above Jokic in power and like center power rankings
almost
before.
all of them. I see.
And
I see him at like 20.
That
21.
doesn't. No, like
Gobert's
you
game
can't-
is so limited. He's just like we talked about. He's just like a glorified Clint Capella.
Except
His game doesn't move outside the paint.
it doesn't move outside the paint. He does. He is such a good defender. It does kind of change what people do on offense. Like so, I guess you can give him that. But if you're averaging 12 points per game, I just think it's kind of hard to put you above Jokic or
No, yeah,
Cat.
exactly, yeah.
Like I'd probably take
And those
Cat
12
over Rudy.
points are all dunks, tip-ins.
It's
like,
not, and he doesn't. It's like he doesn't really create his own shot
Yeah.
like that. Like not
And I
very
don't,
well.
this year, like the Jazz in general have not been that great of a defensive team. Where he's like,
yeah.
they've been
And they haven't been that
They've
good
been
of a
awful
team,
in the general-
period.
yeah.
I think they overperformed last year.
Yeah.
Like they'll make the playoffs, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were a 6
I
seed.
thought the same way. I thought it was insane
That
for
they were a
people,
4.
everyone to say they're going to be the 3 seed. Like
Look,
everyone was
they're-
saying
the
they're-
thing is, they're a 2-man team, and their 2 men are like second or like third or fourth tier players. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like outside of Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, you went Ricky Rubio.
Yeah.
Like come on.
And I think Donovan Mitchell, like this is kind of a hot take, but I think he's overhyped a little bit. Like
How
he
so?
can't. I don't know. I just don't see him like
he can't
overtaking.
shoot?
Yeah, like I just can't see him overtaking games like that. And he has before, but like I just like on a consistent basis.
Yeah, no, I
and then if he
understand.
can't, just like you're saying, if he can't, Gobert's not taking over game. He's a great piece. He can play great defense, but
he's not taking
He's
over,
not going to
yeah.
score 30 ever, really. But all right, that's enough NBA talk. Tyler, welcome back.
Hey,
Did you take a dump?
yeah, I did.
All right, that's good.
I was,
So now we're playing
Bathroom.
our infamous phone a fan game for the second time.
This is gonna be great.
So
get hyped.
basically, if you don't know
Yeah,
how this
I-
works, we got I think about 10 names on the list,
Ish.
and we're not gonna tell them we're calling them. We're not gonna tell them we're calling them, and we're just gonna spin the wheel,
have, like, 3
and
on
whoever it lands on, we're gonna call them, and we're gonna make up some topic. What to the topic? What do we got left?
Let's talk about football.
Yeah, we'll start with football.
We will. All right,
So let's see.
ask them who they think the best team in the NFL is.
Be Wyatt. We got Tyler's younger brother Wyatt. We'll give him a call. Wonder what that crazy kid's doing on a Wednesday.
Probably.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the podcast. You're on.
He sounds just like Tyler.
Oh my god.
What's that all about?
This mother.
What's that all about, huh? You hung up.
Hung up. All right, he's not
Should
gonna
we give
call
him-
again. No, he's scared.
No,
he's scared.
scared.
All right, so we're gonna spin it again. See what we get.
It said, "Oh my."
We got Q.
Q. All right, I'll call
Yeah,
him.
give him a call.
You
Ring
guys,
him
you
up.
guys, you guys can talk though.
We're gonna ring up Q. Let's give him some football. He's a football player, so I mean, we'll give him a quick ring.
What could Q be doing the night before Thanksgiving?
Man, oh my
Damn.
God, we're just gonna have to keep going with this wheel. We're gonna get Troy again. Matt White, all right.
Wait.
He should
You guys don't know Matt?
You don't know
He's
Matt?
on the basketball team.
Oh, Matt
White
White,
Lightning?
my
What they call him?
God.
What's his
Matty
name?
Ice.
Matty Ice.
Oh
What's
yeah.
Matty Ice?
All right, let's give Matty Ice a call. I highly doubt the answer, so we might have to scrap this segment tonight. but-
Yeah.
call. No, answer it.
All right, Q's call.
All right, we got Q.
All right, we got Q on the podcast. How's it going, Q?
Oh, it's good.
We're gonna talk some football with you tonight.
Uh-huh.
You,
Turn my shower off. Hold on.
what do you say?
What'd you say?
Let me turn my shower off.
Okay. You're in the shower. We've never had someone talk from the shower before.
Yeah, that's the first time on the podcast. There's a first for
Hey,
everything.
great to be on the show. Great to
Yes,
be on the show.
thank you.
Welcome.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
love
appreciate
it,
you
love
being
it,
on
love it.
here.
So great game Monday night. I don't know how much of it you caught, but that's looking like it could be a Super Bowl preview. What is your Super Bowl prediction this year?
When I watched that game, that was honestly my Super Bowl prediction. I'd love to see my Vikings there, but honestly, they're just not stepping up the way they should. Don't even know if they'll get the wild card spot this year.
Yeah, maybe.
The Vikings have been.
That division's wide open, but we'll see. We'll see.
That's true.
It is. That's true. That's
It's a
true.
bunch of
I mean, we got
underperforming teams.
Very,
this year.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's insane.
Well, then the
Trubisky's
Bears also.
Trubisky's out tomorrow.
Is he really?
Yeah. What's his Chase Daniel?
I did not see
Anyway,
that.
anyway. So who do you think? Who would you say is the best team in the league this year?
I honestly think the Rams are, but my personal favorite is the Chiefs right now. They're doing really good. I like Mahomes a lot. He's a good young quarterback.
I think they're more. I think
Tyreek Hill's just a dog.
the Chiefs are very fun to watch.
Yeah.
I'd say like more fun than the Rams. I mean, the Rams are a lot of fun too, but the Chiefs are just so explosive and
It's funny
exciting.
how scary young they are too. Like they
Oh, I
have
know,
like
I
pretty
know.
much a rookie quarterback. Like Kareem Hunt's a second-year player.
What's
Tyreek
Travis?
Hill's
What's Travis
like
Kelsey?
You can't be
4 or
that
5,
old.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
and they're all like top 5, top
Travis
3 in their
Kelce's easily
position.
a top 3 tight end.
No, he's saying.
Oh,
like,
yeah. No,
how
I'm
many
saying-
years- are you
No,
saying
every one of those players is top 3 at their position this
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
and they're all like 20.
not Kareem Hunt. but-
Keyshawn, what's your
You're
question
right.
for Quinn?
That's crazy.
Do you not realize that Drew Brees is winning the MVP this year and is going to win another ship? Did you just forget about Alvin Kamara? What? Come on now.
Josh would be upset
Okay,
with
I
you.
don't know.
Josh would be.
Josh is mad at you right now, Q.
Crazy.
Huh?
I said that NFC championship is going to be crazy. I don't know.
Oh, the NFC playoffs.
The
Period, are
NFC
gonna be
playoffs
wild.
are going to be insane.
I think they're both gonna be good, honestly. Like I think this is one of the first years that I'm actually excited for.
Well,
both.
yeah, because like it's one of those years that no one's
AFC
really,
has
no one's
someone to
really
compete.
talking about the Patriots either. But like you know,
But
the
they-
Patriots
they'll
are going to be in the
be there.
AFC
They'll be
Championship
there.
game against
Yeah.
the Chiefs. Like you just know it's going to happen.
Or the Texans, but you know.
Yeah.
But it's good to have you on, Q. We'll look forward to bringing you on in the
Thanks for having
future.
me.
Thanks for being on our
Thanks for
Phone a
having me.
Fan
Yeah, thanks for
episode.
calling
I
back.
know it was unexpected, but that's the name of the game.
That's the name of the game, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace
All
out,
right,
Q.
good night.
Yep, you too. Bye.
Peace.
That's becoming one of my favorite segments.
Oh, it's
you know?
already
fun.
my favorite.
All right, we introduced a little football right there, so we'll keep it on with that. Just real quick, what is everyone's Super Bowl prediction?
I think it was the game that we saw on Monday.
Really?
Or like who's going to win or the matchup?
Just like the matchup, yeah.
I think it's going to be Rams-Chiefs. I know that the Rams kind of got smacked by the Saints earlier this year, but I just think you have probably the most disruptive defensive... No, you have the most disruptive player on defense in football this year, and Aaron Donald on the Rams. I know that the Chiefs put up 50, but a lot of those points weren't the defense's fault. They were offensive, like turnovers and stuff like that.
I just think they know they can match up with teams. I think that's why they knew they could just outmatch the Chiefs, and I think if they want... I don't know what exactly I'm trying
Think
to say.
about
but,
that.
like,
The
if they
Rams
could-
had 2 defensive touchdowns, and they won by what? 2 or 3 points?
three
3
points, I think.
points.
Yeah, 3
To the
points.
Chiefs. So the Chiefs were keeping up with them in a 50 some odd point. 51,
I think they just said that
54,
like we're
whatever
going
you
to
want
run
to say.
with this game. Like this is going to be a high scoring game. I think if they wanted to slow it down,
And that's
like,
giving
kinda,
the Rams 2 touchdowns. I'm saying on offense position, like them able to keep up with them offensively, and giving up 2 pick sixes or 2 fumble sixes, whatever you want to say, is like that's amazing.
I like the way the Rams play
That's
because they
amazing.
know they can just run with everyone. They don't need to like strategize. I mean, obviously there's a lot of strategizing, but I'm saying like just like match up team by team. Like we're better than this team.
Yeah.
And they don't need to like.
On paper, they're better than every team.
They don't need to slow the game down. They don't need to like. I don't know.
Is Akeem supposed to come back at all this year?
I
thought he did already. Didn't
No, he didn't
really?
yet.
He's
I
not
think
right.
he
No,
is.
he's
though. I
supposed
think
to.
he
He was
is.
out 6 weeks.
I think
So.
it's like an ankle
that's
injury,
another
wasn't it?
game
But
changer
yeah,
too.
Marcus Peters had.
But I don't know, dude. This
Saints.
Saints offense, like we were talking about the Chiefs. This Saints offense, you have a the fourth best receiver in the game probably in Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have
he-
probably the
yeah.
best running back in
Yeah.
the league. Todd Gurley's number one, but probably the second best
receiving-
running back.
That whole receiving core, I know Cup got hurt, but
You guys
Robert
are
Woods.
sold on the Rams, huh?
No, we're just talking.
I
You're
don't
about
see
to.
that. I
If you
don't
wait
see that.
1 minute, you will get your Super Bowl prediction.
Oh yeah. All right, good.
So-
Good. I can't wait till.
But not just both sides of the ball. Like, look at all their tools, and then
On the
Goff's-
Rams?
Goff's
Yeah.
turning into
Oh.
a legit
Legit quarterback.
Todd Gurley's the best running back, and then
He's
on the
got a lot of
defensive side
weapons,
the ball, Aaron Donald's the best player in the best defensive player in the league. Dante Fowler is just killing it for them. It's annoying.
Can we
but-
go on a little tangent, but still football?
Yeah, go.
What the hell is wrong with the Eagles?
Oh,
How do you keep the same team intact, minus the guy that went to the Browns and then got arrested?
yeah. But still, that's
and
not gonna make
I know.
it.
That was just
Nick
a joke.
Foles.
You kept your quarterback that won you 13 games last
Yes,
year.
and
Yeah.
it was gonna be the
Or
MVP
11?
had he
You're
not
right,
gotten
though.
hurt.
Yeah.
Like easily the MVP.
And-
you have the same players on
I-
defense, and you're average.
Yeah.
Who they played?
Well,
Like,
maybe
fo-
below
this-
average.
th-
They're
this
four,
is-
what are they? They're 4 and 6.
Yeah,
aren't they?
like this is just something that like you would never see happen in basketball.
No. They were the clear favorites
That's
to
why
win
y'all
that
love
division, and
football.
now they might be like some
Maybe
people.
a wild card. Like
No, I was gonna say like maybe last in that division. The
Really?
Giants
They're that
the
bad?
Giants
Yeah.
are playing better than them right
yeah,
now.
no, you're absolutely right. Yeah, it's crazy.
They're 4 and 6.
Yeah, the Giants are 3 and 7.
So I mean, if you win out, you're 10 and 6. Like
Yeah.
that's
That's a wild card.
And not necessarily
Oh, no,
not in the
in that
NFC.
division.
and
That
not in
division's also wide open though. Cause
Okay,
the-
who's all in there? So you got
the
the
Cowboys-
Eagles, the Cowboys.
Okay, they
Redskins
played
with
some
no
good
QB.
teams though.
Oh, because Alex
Alex
oh,
Smith
that was
broke his
gruesome.
leg.
That was
You got
bad.
Alex,
That was so-
Alex
So
Smith-
basically, you have the Cowboys and
It's the
then
Cowboys and Eagles.
So I guess-
Don't count
No,
out
I
the
think-
Redskins yet because they're still 6 and 4.
You
but-
could. So I mean, if you win out and you
But
go
you
10 and
do.
6, you could win that division. The Cowboys aren't.
You
good.
can't.
Cool.
But
The
are they
Cowboys
gonna win
aren't
out?
good.
No.
No, of course not. I don't know their schedule or anything, but
They're gonna.
I got the Cowboys.
Who do you have
winning
winning that division?
I have the Cow. I think the Cowboys are gonna win.
Yeah, I think we all have the Cowboys winning that division. But
for sure.
all right, Keyshawn, what's
I don't think the
your-
Cowboys are a good team, but I have them winning.
No,
the division.
exactly. That
just like the
division's
Texans.
just it's probably the worst
It's
division
like it's
in
like
football.
it's like the year the Broncos were 8-8 and won the division.
The Rams
Like,
division too. The NFC, like the top teams are good and the bottom teams are
Really
other than
bad.
those top teams, I think like the middle of the AFC might be. I don't know though. The middle, the
No,
wild
but
card in
the
AFC
middle
right
of
now
the
is 5
AFC.
and
No,
5.
the middle of the AFC is better
The
though because
Bengals are tight.
the
There's
middle
like
of the
3 or 4
AFC you
teams.
have teams like the Ravens and like I mean you get
Exactly.
to like the Titans, Colts,
Exactly.
like I don't know
Yeah, teams like the
Broncos. Like the
Seahawks and
Broncos
Packers,
can
too.
honestly
No, let's not talk
no,
about
but the
it.
Broncos
Don't
at home
even-
can hang with anybody.
No, the Broncos
believe
are
it.
the Broncos are
Uh,
terrible. The Broncos
but
are a
I-
terrible football team.
especially on the road. Last week does not count as a road game because 75% of the stadium was Brown. Or
No, the
Broncos.
Broncos. I think that this Broncos
I think
team
they're better
should
than
have
the
been better
record.
than it is.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
But
I agree.
I
like,
said at
we've-
the beginning. I told you at the beginning of the year. I was like, this team's either going 12 and 4 or 4 and 12, and I don't think
Broncos?
they'll probably go like 6
I think the
and
Broncos
10,
are going to go
but-
6-10, 8
yeah.
and 8 on the high end.
Which I
Because
said
it's
the-
not like we don't have an easy schedule the rest of the year either or anything, and we're not good. Like we're just not that good. I like some of the pieces we have in place for the future. Like Cortland Sutton
Yeah.
is a stud.
Oh, yeah.
Stud.
She's a very good wide
Like
receiver.
Philip Lindsay is leading
Amazing.
all NFL rusher or all NFL
So
rookie
stupid.
rushers in yards, and that's
Lucky
over
Nick Chubb
Saquon.
didn't
So
play. I'm
stupid.
just saying.
That's over the number two overall pick in Saquon
I know.
as
No,
an
yeah.
undrafted, and Royce Freeman's been really solid. So like I like some pieces we have for the future, but
Yeah.
No, for sure.
I
still
still
think
you
you
guys
guys
are a
just need-
playoff team without a quarterback. I
yeah.
think. Really.
Case Keenum is just like he's
said-
just the
Like the
most
Tex- the
underwhelming
Texans
quarterback
last,
I've
like,
like,
ever
Broncos
years.
fans are just
Yeah.
so like optimistic. I tried telling people at the beginning. I'm like, God, like it's Case Keenum. Like
He had one
He's
good
one of the.
year.
He's like the same exact quarterback as
So
Nick
stupid.
Foles. When you announce Nick Foles is going to be your starter at the beginning of the year, you're not getting the guy that led you to a Super Bowl run. You're just like he plays with that underdog.
You wanted to get Kirk Cousins,
Yeah.
but you got Nick Foles
Yeah.
or like whatever.
You want
Case
that
Keenum.
underdog mentality. Like he just plays with that underdog mentality, and he like lives off that. But once you're a starter and like, I
See,
don't know.
like Case Keenum has limited his turnovers these past few weeks. Like, there was through week like 4 or 5, he had 9 interceptions and 8 touchdowns.
Yeah. But he'll
So-
never be that guy.
No.
Like you're not. You're just not gonna.
Yeah.
go-
I thought though that like this defense would be good enough to maybe carry us a little bit, but the defense has just
No.
at least at the beginning we're better now, but at least at
last
the
year,
beginning
and
of
last
the
year
year
you
has
had an
been horrible.
excuse because like the year before you guys, not last year, the year before last year, you had a really good defense. And
I see
then
that.
like they just dropped off the face of it. But a lot of that's on the offense. People don't understand that. Like when you have a bad offense and they're 3 and out, and the defense is on the field all
There's
game
nothing
long.
you can
It's
do.
exactly. It's so tough.
But this defense isn't
But
that good.
This offense it's not good, but it's a lot better at like
This
at least
offense, yes,
at
absolutely.
like keeping the ball and like time of possession and everything. So like
Every
this
game
defense
we've been in, except for maybe one, has been a 1-possession game. We'll get down 2 possessions for almost the entire game. We'll score a last-second touchdown with about a minute
They
and
make it look
45
close,
seconds
whatever.
left,
They're not good
and then we'll have
games.
to get the onside kick. And
They're not good games. They just make it. Yeah, the Browns.
This last one was the
Yeah, it was a
exception.
good-
That
it
was
was a good-
that was
they
a
won,
really
so,
good
yeah.
game. But all right, what's the?
All right, Keyshawn's.
I got the Saints or the Packers.
They might not even make the playoffs. Bro.
Watch.
What is wrong with you?
I'm not gonna say
You're
that's
tripping.
crazy, only because when you
No,
get one of the
but-
best, when you don't
you
even
have
argue, when
Aaron
you exactly when you
Rodgers-
have one of the best quarterbacks in the league,
The most
or
talented
ever.
quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, who knows what
I
he
agree
can
with
do.
that, but
This team sucks. Like this might be the worst
No,
Packers
this
team
team's
he's ever
bad,
had.
yeah.
He has no wide receivers.
They're
Devontae
bad,
Adams is
bad.
not a one. He has Aaron Jones is a good running back, but like if he could ever just have a decent defense, that team's winning a Super
Or an
Bowl.
offensive line. He's
Then
always
again,
had
though,
horrible
he
offensive
hasn't played
lines.
very good this
No,
year. Though.
he hasn't.
I think he got hurt in week 1, and I think like he hasn't sat out this year. I think he's tried to play through that, and I don't know.
I
He's not-
agree. I
wouldn't pick
I don't
them
think
to
the
be mine.
I don't think the Packers are good.
And the NFC this year, like I don't see him.
Didn't they just
being
lose to the
as-
And then on the AFC side,
It is on the road, but
the
let's see how
AFC's
easy-
tough. Because I think the Broncos can win
Yeah,
out,
you-
but I don't have them
seriously,
winning.
yeah.
But I
don't even
have,
say-
but I have
like,
Tom
I
Brady.
may-
I have Tom Brady and the Patriots because he's Tom Brady, or that's tough.
Chiefs.
See,
Yeah, the
like
Chiefs. You
I
have to have
can't
Chiefs.
say the Chiefs. The
No,
Chiefs
you have to.
always look
No.
good. They
Because
always look
here's
good
the
in the
thing.
regular
You're
season.
right,
If
you're
they
right,
can get,
you're right.
if they can get
This-
the one thing on the Patriots,
It's different,
They
though.
in the on
No,
the
it's
It
not.
is different.
See,
It's different
the
this year.
Patriots
with the
make
Chiefs.
the
say that
Super Bowl.
every
Nah, it's
year.
different this year.
No,
though.
I like the
it's kind
Steelers.
of different.
What were you
but
saying?
The thing about the Patriots is they make the AFC or they make the Super Bowl when they play at home in the AFC Championship game. When they're on the road, they don't play well. So I think
Yeah.
if the Chiefs can somehow get that bye and play the Patriots, or I'm just assuming,
Which they will.
And Arrowhead
It'll
is a tough.
exactly,
Just kidding, don't
especially,
they?
especially
Nah.
in the playoffs.
But don't the Chiefs have like the hardest schedule?
and you
they're
don't
gonna
count
need?
out the Steelers. Do
I'm
not count out the
pretty sure.
Steelers.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That
The Steelers
Steelers-
are good.
No, yeah,
are
the
fine.
Steelers are up there. No, I think the people are sleeping on the Steelers because like they brushed them off at the beginning. But no, they really,
Because they
they
tied
really
the-
are. They're. I think they're better
Yeah.
than the Patriots right now. I
Maybe.
think so.
Dude,
No, I
the
think so.
Patriots
If
got
the Patriots
blown
can-
out.
if the
The
Patriots-
Patriots are fine, but like they got blown out by Jacksonville.
I'm taking
or the
if
Titans.
Chiefs-
No, it was the Titans.
Titans. If the Chiefs get the 1 seed, I'm taking them for
they
my
lose?
Super Bowl pick. But if they have to play in
Play
New
in
England or in
Foxborough?
Pittsburgh, I don't know if they get.
I don't
that.
know if Pittsburgh's that crazy of a home field advantage.
It's not, but it's not Arrowhead. Is
No,
Yeah,
I think
okay,
it is.
yeah, no, I see,
think
I
it
see.
is. Playing in Pittsburgh at home.
Yeah.
That's a home
That's
field
still
advantage.
it is.
Cold
In
as
a
hell.
playoff.
That's a home
yeah.
field advantage.
I mean, everywhere's gonna be cold if
Cold,
you're not
yeah.
in California, Texas, or
Especially
Florida,
in the playoffs. That's a
Or
that
down.
is
It's
definitely
January.
What's
But-
what's your Super Bowl? Or I guess I didn't really give mine, but I guess I pretty much did. So if the Pats, whoever
No,
gets
just
the
say
one,
it. Just say it. Don't.
all right,
just-
yeah, yeah.
You have to say a team.
Chiefs. So I think the Chiefs will get the 1 seed in the AFC. So I think it'll be Chiefs and Rams. I think the Rams win if they play the Saints again. I really do. I really do.
too. This is something I've always said, and it's usually true. It's hard to beat a good team twice in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, the Broncos did it in their Super Bowl run. We
Especially-
played the Patriots in the regular season, and then we beat them in the AFC Championship game. But I just think overall, in a sport like football, it's really hard to win twice.
Unless the home field is so big in
important.
football, though. So if they played in New Orleans again, but if they played in LA, I think they could win like decently.
Well, in the Superdome, that's a
Yeah.
tough
Oh, no,
place
yeah,
to
yeah.
play.
Oh yeah,
Especially when their quarterbacks played 100 games there or whatever.
Yeah, you got a
at
top
least, right?
10 quarterback all
I mean,
time.
that's
probably.
like
I don't know, Tom Brady.
It's 11
It's all
seasons,
Tom Brady's. Tom Brady.
I know, that's like-
longer, right?
He threw for
I
500
think
yards.
been there
that's
for
like
like
14.
14.
13 seasons there.
He's been there for 13.
No, I'm saying that's 100 games at home.
Oh,
would be
100
13
games is 13 seasons.
So-
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's
what's your
yeah.
Super Bowl prediction?
Me, I got it's hard to say because like going into Monday night, it was like by far away to me. It was by far and away Saints, Chiefs, I think, but I don't know the Rams. I was really high on the Rams throughout, all the way through. until they lost to the Saints.
Saints.
Until they lost to the Saints, and
Got
then
smacked.
from there I was like, yeah, the Saints are the truth. Like the Saints, and they have been like recently in the last 2 games, I think they've won by like 50 points combined. Like they have been like absolutely dismantling teams. So I think I'm gonna have to go with. It's the same thing as Nate says. I'm gonna say Saints, Chiefs, but it's the same thing as Nate says except for in the NFC. Whoever gets that,
I think home field.
get the
for
home
both.
field advantage, I think is going.
I think home field. Whoever gets
If the Saints get home field, I don't see anybody
I'm the
stopping
same way.
them. There's
Whoever
no
gets
way
the
anybody
one seeds in
stopping them.
both, I think the teams this year are just good enough.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, no, go ahead. Go finish.
I was just saying this is like some of the I feel like it's one of the better teams we've had like in the
Yeah,
NFL. In
no,
a
yeah,
while.
exactly.
Oh, yeah,
like
for
some
sure.
just like some powerhouses this year.
It's nice though because recently
did it.
it's been Patriots are gonna make the Super Bowl and it's just been anyway. But yeah, let's give our Saints expert Josh a quick call and see what his Super Bowl
The Saints
prediction
are
is.
cold. I don't think the Saints are.
Easily going to win. It's not going to be close.
Oh, we should have played his music.
I'm telling you, it's not going to be close.
He might not even answer. So
Come
and he'll
on.
text me right after WhatsApp, just like Matt White.
Is that what he did?
Yeah. All right. Well, he didn't answer, so we'll just get on to our last segment.
What's the last segment?
The last segment is gonna be our NFL picks, like always.
Oh, shoot,
Um,
okay.
As always.
So
we'll
we'll just
just-
you two or all of us?
No, we're
You
all
guys
gonna
all
give our
have them.
picks. So
Should we just go one at a time? Every person give all their.
yeah,
picks?
we'll just go one game at a time, and
Okay,
then just
yeah.
kind of we'll go.
I like it.
Kind of go through the games. Just make sure we only take like a minute per game.
It's hard to keep it down.
It's hard. It actually. Kinda
This
takes
is the best
But
part.
this is
though.
the best. This is the
part.
best part. All right.
Respect.
All right. So first game, I don't know. All right. I guess yeah. We got all 3 games tomorrow. So first game tomorrow is Bears at Lions, and I'm gonna change that right
Yeah,
now.
I
Actually,
was just about to say.
With
No Trubisky.
no Trubisky.
What happened to him? I didn't hear
he
he got
woke up
injured.
this morning and his shoulder hurt. So he's.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
That was it.
So Chase Daniels, who I'll be honest, I've never heard of him, and apparently he's made
Nah,
like
he
28
played,
million
yeah.
in the NFL.
No, yeah. Who'd
He's
he play
he's
for?
only thrown like 4 touchdowns. It was crazy. They said he's made like almost $1 million per completion he's thrown in the NFL.
It sounds familiar, but I can't
But
tell
anyway,
who he played
he's
for.
starting tomorrow, so I think
What
that
the-
alone.
the Lions-
He's your
Trubisky's been
typical, like-
Trubisky's been underrated this year.
No, very.
So anyway, let's just.
Oh,
I'm taking the
super.
Lions.
I'll take Lions just because they have. If with no Trubisky, I would have taken the Bears.
Is it in Detroit
Yeah,
too?
it's
Yeah,
always
because they
in
always
Detroit.
play
yeah,
in
so
Detroit.
I'll go the Lions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Chicago.
switching that.
Really.
I'm switching
No
that.
That
Trubisky?
defense is.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that's
You're
true.
right. You're
Khalil
you're
Mack
right.
is the number 2
defense-
most disruptive
But I just
player in
can't. I
football,
don't
so.
care. I can't see Chase Daniels
Beating
and
the
then, and
Lions.
it doesn't
The
matter.
Lions have been
on
all right this
Thanksgiving,
year,
too.
too.
They've been-
On
they've been
Thanksgiving.
Slight like average like probably normal Lions team.
Well, they've been. I think they're 4-6 or 3-7.
so
but
not great,
but
I guess,
but it's when it's on Thanksgiving and Detroit gets that game every year. Like it's a special game for them. So I think I don't know. I don't see them. So we all got Lions
I got the
except
Lions.
for Keyshawn has the Bears.
okay.
Next Thanksgiving game we got Redskins at Cowboys. Another one where the starting quarterback's hurt.
I'll go Cowboys.
I think Cowboys.
Yeah, I got
Cowboys.
Keyshawn.
Cowboys.
I think
All right, so we all got the Cowboys mostly because it's in Dallas, I think, and
They don't have Alex Smith.
Washington is starting Mark Sanchez. They
I
might.
just got a notification that says your contact Keyshawn T23 is on Twitter now.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
him locked?
I got
You got your
blocked on
Twitter, man.
so
Come on,
go
give
give
it
me
a
a
shot.
follow.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
You get
go
that shout
follow.
out.
For the 3 people that are gonna listen to this. All right, Nazi and Humza, go follow Keyshawn's new account if you haven't already gotten that notification.
All right, so yeah, we all got the Cowboys. Yeah, I mean, I think they said I know they signed Mark Sanchez. I don't know if he's gonna start or back him up, but that'd be crazy if he started already. Anyway, and then the last game of Thanksgiving. Usually it's a better game, but
Who is it?
going into the year it'd be a really good game. Falcons at Saints.
Yeah, going into the year, I bet
Saints,
people are-
obviously.
I mean, I think the Saints are gonna
Yeah,
kill them.
the
The Falcons, they had that
No, it
2-game
won't be a
spin.
game.
Like if you look at their last 2 games, Dallas at home and Cleveland, if they won those games, they'd be 6-4. This would be a huge game, but they're 4-6 now
Well,
on
and
the road.
when you can't get your the second or third best receiver in the league in the end zone, like
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh, I know.
It makes
baffles
zero
me.
sense.
It
He hasn't
baffles
had a
me.
red zone touchdown since April. They don't play in April.
No.
Whatever. It was somewhere
I mean,
in 2017. Like
Calvin
middle,
Calvin
week
Ridley's
12.
a stud, but
No, he is.
like you,
He
you
hasn't
gotta,
been producing like he
as,
was,
as
though.
recently, but like you got to get your best dude in the end zone. So yeah, I'm
And
going.
Julio-
I don't know
Saints.
why they don't just like throw him.
Saints.
Like it's not that hard to
Yeah.
just. Is it that hard to
see it
just?
with-
He's
you see it with
6'4".
just-
Like,
you see
All
with
right,
Hopkins.
Julio, run a fade.
Yeah.
You can tell the defense and just throw it
throw
his
it to
way.
him.
You
and
see
see
with
what happens.
Hopkins. I mean, Hopkins and
Does the same
I think
thing.
Hopkins is a little better than Julio, but Julio's that guy where he can go up and get balls, and it's
No,
it's
yeah.
not a
I'd
problem.
say they're
about equal.
I think
They're my
Julio's
three-
better.
they're my 3 and 4.
I think Julio's a better
You're gonna
jump
have
ball
I think-
guy because he's taller and more physical.
Well, so who would your top
Not
5? I mean,
necessarily
it's a little
physical.
tangent. Who would your top 5
I don't
receivers
know.
be, real quick?
Easy.
Odell's number 1.
Yeah, I'd say
Talent-wise,
Odell, D Hop,
No,
Antonio.
stop. Antonio's better than Deion.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't
Stop
know.
it.
I disagree.
In my opinion, I
If
would
you
go.
gave Big Ben to D Hop, those catches D Hop. I don't know. That's because mostly because of him. And
You can make that argument for Odell too. Odell has produced some of the best
I still
numbers.
say Odell's number 1 though.
No, I think Odell's number 1 by far.
Well, Julio could be number
Talent-wise.
1 too. He just does it's
If you
hard to
put
say when you
Odell
don't get the ball.
on like the Steeler, if you gave them,
And
then by far.
And
yeah.
for Antonio Brown's standards, he's having a little down year, but anyway,
All right, let's go.
back onto the picks. Who do you got? The Saints, Keyshawn, I'm guessing.
If he would get off his phone, maybe.
Yeah,
he would
I know.
Be listening
Let's
to what we were
focus on the
saying.
podcast.
we brought you on for a reason, okay?
Yeah. Launch a sport analysis.
Next game, I think game of the week. Jaguars at Bills.
Yeah.
Jags. Shut your ass.
Game of the
Jags.
week.
I don't know.
Shut up.
Shit shows of teams this year.
Chill. That's what we're
You
talking.
think the Jags?
No,
are
Jags
right?
are
The
3
Jags
and
go.
6.
No,
I think they're gonna get a
Keyshawn.
little chilly. They're
No,
gonna
the
get a
Jags are
little chilly.
definitely winning this game.
Yeah, I think the Jags.
Nah,
Ja-
yeah.
no, I think they're gonna walk away with it.
Well, 'cause
They've been
Sam
playing
Darnold
well
is not
lately.
playing,
They've had some really close games.
Or no, you said the
Jags
I was
at
thinking
Bills,
the,
yeah.
So,
They should not have
so who's
lost
the Bills
last week.
quarterback? Is Josh Allen
Anderson?
injured?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think he's
Derek
coming back. He's
Anderson.
coming back.
Josh
But
Allen.
Josh Allen sucks, so it doesn't really matter.
I still
I'll
got
go-
I got
I'll go
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's defense actually looked really good against Steelers last
Yeah,
week. Big Ben had
shut
18
down.
yards in the first half.
Oh my god.
And like two picks, right?
and he threw his third quick. Anyway, so Jacksonville's only 3-point favorites. That's kind of surprising, but anyway, next game. This game, I actually picked the Browns to win this game, but Browns at Bengals. I think if AJ Green's going to be a huge
Yikes.
factor. If AJ Green plays, he's questionable.
Oh yeah.
So if AJ Green plays, I might say the Bengals, but right now, the Browns have not won. We haven't won a road game in 26 games. We haven't won back-to-back games since
In 26 road games.
yeah.
So
we
that's
haven't,
like what,
we haven't won
3 seasons.
We haven't won back-to-back
three
games since like 2011.
All right, you know what, Nate? I'm in
So I think
our
we're gonna
house
break
right
that.
now. We're going Browns.
All right,
I'm
yeah,
going
I'm
Browns.
picking the Browns.
I'm going Browns.
I got Bengals.
I think we should.
And
tell him-
and they've lost 2 in a
Phone
row
Dan.
at home. They've lost
Phone
2.
Dan.
Is Dan?
No,
Yeah,
it's,
they're man.
it's definitely sleeping.
You're out your mind. I'm a
Yeah.
Katie's house where I got the Bengals.
Bengals, okay.
Yeah, I got the Bengals too.
Okay,
I
All right,
don't-
go ahead. Keep going.
Just they've been bad at home.
I'm rooting for
Anyway.
the Browns though.
No, no,
I
you're
was
right.
rooting
You're
for
right. They have
them.
Hugh Jackson. I'm switching.
So you're switching the Bengals.
Yeah, they have Hugh Jackson.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
Chronic winner. 0-2 with the Bengals already. Anyway, all right.
Okay.
Raiders at Ravens. I don't think this is going to be a game. I will say Lamar Jackson got pretty lucky that his first 2 games are in Baltimore against
Also,
2 bad teams.
The dude,
Yeah,
like
that's true.
the dude won, but he only threw for 115 yards.
He only
Did they
threw
play the
ball like
Bengals
12
last week?
Yeah.
They're not bad.
Dude, he
It-
threw for
the
slightly
Bengals on the
over.
road, that's
He
not a
threw
great-
for
That's true.
slightly
Without AJ
over
Green.
100 yards, and he rushed for 100. So like that's a good game, but like that's not sustainable. In
And
the
even
NFL.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
even if they're
Nah,
not,
it's
and
not.
the Bengals defense is terrible. So
Yeah.
It'll be teams like the Raiders.
he's playing
don't get me
2.
wrong,
He's playing
but-
2
Yeah.
bad. He's playing 2 of the
I'll
worst
go-
bottom 5
I'll
defenses.
go
in-
Baltimore.
Yeah.
I
So
got Baltimore,
I'm
too.
excited for him to face a legit defense, which I think he plays someone good next
All
week.
right.
Anyway, but
I've got the
Baltimore. I don't even think you. What's your pick? Never mind.
He doesn't know.
Baltimore.
Okay.
Baltimore, okay.
Okay.
Pats at Jets. I don't really think we need to discuss.
Yeah,
the
let's
Pats,
just go to the next one, Pats.
Yeah,
Okay,
Pats.
woo.
This is actually
Sam Darnold
this
is
is
injured
this is a
still,
bad.
though, right?
He
No
might
idea.
play
He
next
might?
week.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a interesting one. Giants at Eagles. This is a huge game. Whoever loses is it's not mathematically out, but
But they're pretty much
they're
out.
going to be out of the division. But it's in Philly. I still got the Giants.
Yeah,
I'll
I
go
got the
Giants.
Giants too. I got the
I'll go
Giants.
Giants. Who would have thought that at the end of
I
last
know.
season we'd be saying this? But
Giants
And if it
Eagles,
would,
that's
and if we
crazy.
would say it, we'd be thinking they'd be like 6-4.
I don't know though.
Dude, I keep switching and they keep scoring. You would think the Giants were 6-4 and the
I
Eagles
don't
were
know,
7-3.
though,
It'd
bro.
Wait,
be
do
a
you
good-
guys think the Giants can make the playoffs or something?
No. I'm just saying if you would be paying attention. Who do you think's gonna win that game? Who are they playing?
The Jets?
The Giants and
You think the
Eagles?
Jets are winning?
I got the... It's tough. Odell, I got the Giants.
All right, wow. We all are taking the Giants to beat.
We're definitely
In week-
wrong.
in week-
There's no way that
in
pick's
week-
gonna be right.
In week 12, we are all taking the Giants.
Is
to
it week
beat
12
the-
already?
Yeah. I know it's crazy.
Fantasy
Wild.
champ
I know,
playoffs are coming up.
playoffs.
Oh yeah, trade deadline just hit.
Okay.
Oh, did it really?
All right, I misspoke
Mostly.
earlier. I said that was game of the week. The real game of the week, we got 49ers at Buccaneers. Fitz tragic or Fitz magic on Sunday?
It's
He's
tragic.
on the bench.
Fitz
so-
tragic.
True.
I don't know. I don't
They,
honestly.
they spin a wheel to see who's starting every week.
Honestly, I don't even care. I'll go Niners, but like I don't have anything to back that up. I don't
You
care
flip
enough
a
to
coin.
think about it.
Yeah,
Really.
I got the Bucks just because they're at home and
Okay,
the
sure.
Niners don't.
Sure.
Well, who did they play last week?
They actually made
Niners.
Yeah.
a game. It was a good.
Who they play? Who did they play?
They beat the. Oh no, they lost to. No, they haven't won a game with Chris Mullins. So yeah, I'm taking the Bucks.
Did they play
I'll go
the?
Niners. Screw it.
It'll be a close game because both of those teams are really good at just making close games and then blowing them.
Yeah,
but,
right.
Except
Definitely.
when the. Oh, it just came. That was a different team. Go ahead.
but yeah. So we all got Fort Niners.
I got Niners.
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 Bucks. Whatever.
Yeah,
Who cares?
honestly.
All right. This is another really good. I'm being serious this time. Seahawks at Panthers. See,
Panthers.
I got Panthers
Close
because
game.
it's in Carolina, and the
Cam
The
Newton.
Seahawks have been trending up though recently.
they have,
haven't
but they haven't been
Yeah.
good on. Their wins have just been
Not great.
awful
And the Panthers
wins.
are. Who,
And the
they
Panthers are
lost
good.
last week, right?
They lost two. They went for two. Who was it?
Which
They
is
went for
so
two.
stupid.
Oh, the Lions. They went for
should've
two
won
at the
that
end of the
game.
game.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, they should have just kicked the extra point. Although Graham Gano missed a 23-yarder and an extra point that game already, so they would have won with that. But anyway, we all got the
Panthers.
Panthers.
Yep.
Nope.
For sure.
I got the
Seahawks?
Seahawks.
Okay.
yeah.
That's not a bad. Pick.
I don't think it's.
Nah,
I
I
don't
got
think it's.
the
Why
dumb.
why stop it, Keyshawn?
Because Cam Newton is Cam.
But he can't beat the Lions.
But
Yeah,
that's
what the?
crazy.
Yeah, and that was in Carolina, right?
Just
Yeah, that
like
was in
that.
Carolina.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't? Oh.
They have such a mismatch again with the Seahawks defense opposed to.
The Seahawks defense is, like Tyler said, they're like this. People sleep on the Seahawks defense. Like going into the year, they like,
Legion
on
of
paper
Boom's
they're
done.
bad.
It's done.
No, it is done, but they're
Exactly.
not
People
the
don't-
Legion of Boom. You
People
can't.
think
Don't
just
make that
'cause it's done-
comparison.
exactly. People think just because
Don't make that
Legion of Boom's
comparison.
done,
It's
not a
like,
bad defense.
gone,
No,
and
they
just
got
didn't pick
their
up anyone else with
defense
a good
is
defense.
competitive, and they're finding a run game. And I'm telling you, if you give Russell Wilson a run game, he can make things happen. Like Russell.
Chris Carson's a good back.
Sure.
And
No,
Rashad
yeah,
Penny stepped
Russell
up,
Wilson
too,
is
and-
a very good quarterback, and he steps up against whenever he plays other top quarterbacks, he plays very
That,
well.
if they
so.
suck, if they lose though, that division sucks. I know the Rams and they might be the best team in football.
No, but the rest of the
every year that even when Cap and the 49ers were good, the Cardinals, Rams, and
We're horrible.
were like Seahawks.
if them
Seahawks
the
are really
Cardinals
good,
and the Niners lose, then they'll have like 9 wins between
Yeah.
those three teams.
Yeah.
And then
division
the
just
Rams have 9 wins.
but- I mean, the Rams are a good team. I think they beat them no matter what their record is
Oh,
most of the
yeah.
time. But it helps that they get to play those teams 6
Oh,
times.
for sure.
But yeah, so we all got the Panthers except for Tyler's got the Seahawks.
Make sure you specify which Tyler.
Oh yeah,
The redheaded
has
one.
the-
Tyler,
yeah.
oh,
Oh shit, Hammond.
Anyway,
My favorite joke.
the SoundCloud rapper.
Cardinals at Chargers. I think we all got
Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah, I got the Chargers.
This is actually. I think
Cardinals
this will be a good
Chargers.
game this week. The Steelers are coming here
I
and
got the
playing the
Broncos.
Broncos. I
Yeah,
think that'll be a good
The
game.
Steelers play the
Uh-huh,
Broncos.
here. That'll be a good game because Big Ben usually. I don't know.
I don't.
He struggles here, but that's also
But
not the same
it's
defense.
not the same defense.
Yeah.
But like, our pass rush is legit. Like you have a rookie who's I think
Oh, yeah.
he's top 10 in the NFL. in
And
sacks
Von
they'll
right
Miller.
now.
always show
And you have
up.
Von
And
Miller.
they'll
put Von
always
Miller
show
next
up
to
in Denver.
anybody
They're
of
not
any
gonna get
caliber.
smacked.
No,
That defense, I like it. I don't
gonna
know.
be a
They're just
super
weird.
grindy
Like,
win.
yeah, I think it could.
I mean, it's hard for me like to be unbiased, but I'll go Steelers.
I'm gonna go Steelers.
I don't
too.
think the Steelers.
I got the
lose.
I got the Broncos.
Hey, I
winning.
hope-
Broncos.
I don't know. I'm in a conflicted point as a Bronco fan right now. Like I don't think we're good, so I kind of want us to like have a top 5 draft pick, but at the same time, you
Yeah.
really don't want your franchise to lose.
Yeah, you
guys
so it's
already
like
forced.
I'm the same way
It's
with the
kinda
Browns
hard.
though. Like I think we're 1 year away from being really. I think we're really good now. I think Hugh
I mean, you
Jackson
guys
was
are-
setting us back so
So
much.
yeah.
But we have a worse record than the Broncos. But I think we're like. I think we can be better than the Broncos, or we are better right now.
I don't think it's
pretty
that
clo-
different because we
It's not that different. but like,
Baker and Case are probably similar quarterbacks
but just
right
like
now.
just the different like opinions we have. Like you have a better record than us, but you're almost wanting to lose games already.
but
And
you're
we're
trending
3,
up,
6,
or
and
we're-
1. We could
We've
easily
come
be
down from a Super Bowl
We
3
could
years ago.
easily be like 6 and 4, and that's kind of
No, yeah,
but-
I agree with you.
yeah. And
Yeah, I'll go Steelers. But hopefully the Broncos.
I got the
Broncos,
Broncos.
yeah,
just
Broncos.
Okay.
I think it's gonna
I
be a
don't
good
know
game.
why
I got
I
the
did.
Steelers, yeah. Just because they've been.
Is that?
I don't know. Last
and it's
week.
home. At,
I just
It's
said
in
that the
this year, yeah.
Steelers are like a team to watch out for in the AFC, but I I don't know, dude. I just
But-
don't.
Yeah.
We'll
Dolphins at Colts. I think the Colts have been one of the hottest teams in the
The
league.
Dolphins suck,
And
right?
Tannehill's coming back though, so they're 5-5, but they've lost I think 3 in a row.
All right, I'll go Colts.
Colts
Colts
at
are
home.
No one's
definitely-
really
Colts
talked
are
about
gonna
Andrew
sing
Luck.
that.
He's
They've
been
won
playing
4 in a
really
row. They've
well,
won
right?
4 in a
Yeah.
row, yeah.
Colts are gonna.
They still got
destroy.
T.Y.'s playing well. Like
Colts
yeah.
might-
200 yards.
If the Texans had went straight, the Colts would have won. They'd win the division. but-
Everyone's got the Colts. Okay. Sunday night football. The Vikings again. Packers at Vikings.
That's
Didn't
gonna
they
be a
just play?
shit
Yeah, they
shoot.
played. No, they played on.
No,
Who did the
played like
Vikings
5
just
weeks
play? They
ago.
just played a
Chicago
division.
on-
It was Chicago.
Yeah,
right?
Chicago.
I don't know, dude. Both
Which
these
is weird.
teams are
That
just
division's been
underperforming
getting
this year.
So bad.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
go.
God.
I'm gonna go Vikings though. Like I don't know, Adam Thielen and Stephon.
This
Diggs
is another
are
one.
the
This is
true
another
dogs.
game. I think whoever loses that game,
Is out.
I think
They're
I
out.
don't think they can win the
Oh, yeah.
division.
That's like that's just
Then
such
again,
a
though-
that's just a division that you look at and like if you look at it before the season, you would not expect it to be as mediocre as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. People are like this division's.
It's gonna be
stacked
the
'cause
you
the
have
Lions still have Stafford,
Yes.
which like usually that they. Who
Who's the
knows
fourth
with them?
team?
The Lions.
The
The
no,
Lions.
the
Bears.
Bears.
Vikings
It was the
and-
Bears.
oh, yeah,
No
the
one saw the Bears
Exactly.
coming out.
And then they have
The
the
Bears
best
look
shot.
amazing.
They're gonna win the division.
If they win,
Oh.
if they win tomorrow, I think they win the
They
division.
will win the
So you
division.
think? Oh,
If they win
who wins?
tomorrow,
The
yeah.
Bears.
Yes.
For sure.
But then if they lose, I think the loser of this could still be
So the
alive. It'd be
winner.
tough
So we're saying the winner of this game is the only team that's left in playoff contention.
in that division.
In that-
in the
yeah.
Vikings game.
Yeah, the Vikings. Because
No, yeah, the winner of this, if you have
you
to
lo-
win
if
this
you
game,
lose, you're not
you
winning
have to
the
win in
playoffs.
this game to stay in contention.
Yeah.
Yeah, to stay in contention for the playoffs.
Yeah.
not-
What's crazy though, if the Lions win tomorrow, they have a better record than the Packers. If the Packers
That's
were to lose,
bonkers.
Seriously?
Yeah.
God.
Bro,
All right,
that's
what's this,
wild.
What's this Monday night game?
And then Monday night games, Titans at Texans. It's another weird one. Like the Texans.
That's a Monday night game.
I know the Monday night games
Texans.
suck.
bad.
Texans.
Super bad.
I'm gonna take the Texans as at home, but the Titans have pulled off some weird win. They're weird. They get smashed, or they beat the Cowboys in down. They beat the Patriots. They beat the.
That was in Tennessee though?
No, it was in Tennessee, but still, that's a good one. They beat the Texans the first time.
That was a
So
stupid
it
game.
was. All their wins are stupid, but their defense either just
How
shows
we
up
lost
or.
that game.
I'll go Texans. What about you, Tyler? You're a Texan
I got-
hater, even though
no,
you're a
I
Texans
got-
fan.
no.
Like
You're picking the Texans. Right?
I'm taking the Titans.
Yeah.
no, you're a Titan. You're a
No,
Texans
it's
hater.
not. Always
Doesn't
does.
make
He
sense.
doesn't. He
Right,
doesn't
you're
hate the
so
Texans. He just
gross.
likes.
You do hate the Texans.
He just
though,
likes.
even though
It's a
you're
reverse
fan.
psychology thing. He thinks if he picks against, I do the same
Not
thing with the
happening.
Browns.
I think
a lot,
Marcus
but-
Mariota's hurt, right?
Is he? I haven't heard. I knew he didn't finish that last.
If
game,
he's
but-
hurt, then that's different. Then I'm
I
taking the
have
Texans. But
regardless,
no,
so.
I think the Titans. Who they beat last week? They beat someone last week.
No, they didn't. They
Really?
lost
Who
to.
they lose to?
They got smacked by the Colts. They lost by like 30.
Oh yeah.
But Mariota got hurt.
So
So
I
quick,
don't know.
CSU at Air Force. We got
Okay, stop.
Air Force
Stop. We got to draw a line somewhere.
by just as much as the Titans are gonna win by.
All right. So everyone got the Texans, I think.
Yep.
Except for Tyler Hammond.
Thanks for specifying. Well, that was a good. Oh, geez, almost an hour and a half.
No, hour and
No.
11
Oh, I
minutes.
thought I was looking at the second, so I just thought one.
Hour and 10
Hour and
minutes.
10 minutes. That's still a good one though.
That was gonna be longer, honestly, but
But yeah, that was a good podcast. Thank you to Tyler and Keyshawn Taylor, as specified
Yeah,
in the
thanks for coming
introductions,
by.
for coming on.
for
That was a
having
good. That was
us.
the best. Probably the best.
Hopefully
yeah.
we can come back some more.
winter break will
yeah,
be
for sure.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll
absolutely.
do some more live podcasts. And
Absolutely.
that'll be good.
Oh
Thanks
yeah,
for coming on.
yeah.
We'll
Nate,
probably
Nate and I might have one
we
on
might
the
have one on
what,
Saturday,
the
so
8th, September 8th or
or
something.
we might do.
Does
one
this come out tomorrow?
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying,
might put it
but we
tonight.
might have another
We should do it
live
tonight, I'll listen to
podcast
it.
on the 8th.
Yeah,
So-
we might do another one on Saturday. This Saturday too. Though we'll
Well,
see.
We
depending
should
on-
on it. It's a lot, but
we
like
won't have NFL. We won't have NFL picks.
that's
though, but
true. But we can make a
Anyway,
that's
whatever.
true.
Thanks for everyone for coming on.
There's 3 games tomorrow though, so
Yeah, we
I mean
can-
that's
we
not
can
the
talk
best.
about some Turkey
especially
Day
if some shit
football.
goes down, like the Lions win,
Yeah.
something like I don't know.
Anyway, we'll see, and we'll let you guys know. Thanks for follow us on Twitter. What is it? TNS Sports Podcast.
yeah, TNS Sports, something like that. You can find it through
yep.
either of our handles.
Follow me
too.
at Tyler Peabody.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
anyone wants,
There you go.
Keyshawn, you want to shout
Keyshawn's
out your
new Twitter.
Keyshawn T23. Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
Everyone,
There
go
you
follow him. Thanks for listening.
I know
and
we're gonna be
we'll
a source of a lot of your
We'll be back
followers.
soon. And you can't go wrong with Bad Baby, by the way, guys.
Oh my god, Ronnie. White J's, white Porsche, white wrist, white horse, high bitch, high bitch.